sponsor of the Longhorn. They're out there a little tough tonight. They're 0-2. What do you think they're going to do to get back in this series?
Well, I understand that the Longhorn team has been playing really well. They're down 2 games, but in the last game they were up 2-0, and my understanding is they outskated the other squad by a substantial margin. So I expect the puck will start bouncing in their favor tonight, and I anticipate a win for the Longhorn.
Well, that's good. I know they have been down both games. Actually, they've been up both games, and Winterhawks come back. But either team could have won either game, and I'm looking for a real strong game tonight as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great contest. And I guess it's youth and speed on the Longhorn side against the wily veterans and the Winterhawks. And so we'll see how it turns out.
There you have it. Dick Gibbons. Thanks a lot. Hi, Bob Andrew is my guest. Bob, going into this third game here, up 2 games to 0. I know they're going to be looking at it a hard game out there for you. So what are you going to do to try and win this final game?
I think if everybody takes care of their own jobs, we'll be pretty successful tonight. We know they're kind of come out firing. We're healthy tonight, and hopefully we all give it our 100% tonight.
Yeah, I know you've had the flu there. Colin Power and Mark Henderson both been quite sick the last while. So if they're healthy, it's going to make a big difference tonight, I think.
Yeah, that'll help out quite a bit. And we got Brian back. He had a foot injury, and Bruno's out for the first game against these guys in a while. So we should have a little different look tonight. Hopefully we have a little more team speed, and we can match them a little bit better and just have a lot of fun.
Okay, there we go. Hi, I've got Jeff Gare, the Longhorn Outlaws. We're into the third game of the series, Jeff, and you're down 2-0. That could have been different. You've had some close games. I know that you've got all you guys out tonight, so what are you going to do for the game plan to try and win this third game?
We're not going to really do anything different at all. We feel we should have won the second game. First one was a toss-up. They got a few lucky breaks. We think if we play our game, we will beat them. Just skate hard, dump the puck in, chase it, put pressure on them. Their strength is their offense, and their weakness is their defense. And if we pressure them, we think they'll cough it up, and we'll take it.
There you go. Jeff's got it all planned out. He's hoping for that first win out of this series of 5, and if they do that, we're going to have another game yet. Thanks a lot. Hi, Doug Leppard along with Carl Boudreau from our local RCMP detachment. They're down here doing a little spectator watching on this final game, possibly the final game, might not be, but just a little bit of crowd control. So is there anything you look for in particular when you're down here, Carl?
Well, tonight we're pretty much looking for beer. Lately there's been a lot of beer drinking in the stands, and we've been a little slack on it this year, but it's gotten a lot of hands, so we're just here to make sure that everyone has a good time. And you know, it's family entertainment, so there's a lot of families here and a lot of people. We've been getting a lot of phone calls from the public and the arena staff saying that it's starting to get out of hand, so we're just trying to make sure, stopping at the door, and then that way everyone has a good time.
Well, we always know when you hear people look up to it, and you know, they're going to behave. If you're not here, sometimes you can get rowdy, and that's definitely not what we want to have around here for the hockey games or anything else. I'll probably stick my hand up and it'll be right in the way. Yeah.
Hello everyone and welcome to Meadow Park Arena. It's the Battle for Tapleys Cup on the Aurora Hockey Game of the Week. I'm Jim Monahan along with Doug Leppard. Doug, this is the third game in a best-of-5 championship final in the Men's A-League. Tapleys Winterhawks leading the Outlaws from the Longhorn Pub 2-0.
They've both been real close games, Jim. Longhorn, even in the last game, jumped out 2-0, but Winterhawks came back. First game, it was very close. They came back, made it 4-3. So this game, it's anybody's game. They know they've got to win it, and they're going to go out there. They're going to play their hearts out. It's going to be a great game. It's not going to be any dirtiness. It's going to be a good, clean, hard-fought hockey game.
Okay, the goaltending's been excellent for both clubs. Paul Hubert for the Longhorn Outlaws and René LeBlanc for the Winterhawks have both been good. The first game, the Winterhawks got the jump on them a little bit. I think they were up about 4-1 before the Longhorn came back and made it a little closer at the end. The second game was really anybody's ball game, and although the Winterhawks overcame that 2-0 deficit and won 4-2, one of those goals was an empty netter, so it was close.
It was, and like I say, this one's going to be even closer. They're fighting for their lives tonight, and they don't want to lose.
Don't want to lose. The Longhorn Outlaws with their backs against the wall against Tapleys Winterhawks in Tapleys Cup. We're just about set to start the action here. Stay with us here on Worcester Cable 6. Well, hey, there's referee Dave Crow-Crowler in a familiar spot, standing at the center dot, about to drop the puck between Tapleys Winterhawks in white.
Looks very official.
He does look very official with the arms crossed.
He looks good out there
Checking to
tonight.
see the goaltenders are ready at either end. Tapleys Winterhawks in white to our broadcast right. The Longhorn Outlaws in there, red with a white trim to our broadcast left. It's Shane Gilliatt at center against Robbie Devine. The puck to Paul Timmons of the Outlaws. They dump it deep into the corner. Mike Rothram with the first shot of the game, and LeBlanc out to cover the angle on that. Knocked it off the goal pads into the corner. Pelche there has it knocked off his stick. Here's Rothram circling in the Winterhawks zone. Puck knocked off his stick. Gilliatt leaves it along the boards here where Timmons runs into Bruno Ducharme. Mike Sadler rings it in behind his own net to his defensive partner Chris Pelche. Pelche this side of Ducharme, back to Sadler as the Outlaws putting a little pressure on the Winterhawks in their own zone, containing them early in the game. We're just underway. It's Daryl Hannon now for the Outlaws, dumps it over the Winterhawk line. We'll see a lot of that tonight, Doug, with the Outlaws dumping the puck into the Winterhawk zone.
That's their plan. Dump it and chase the Winterhawk defense in there, because they know if they keep the pressure on, they're going to get some chances.
There's a shot from Pelche that Huber had to come out and put the goal pad on. The puck to center ice where Murray has it, dumps it for Rothram. Rothram lining up, shot, pad, save. A good hard shot, but hit Ducharme right in the leg.
Well, it was right at him. He was in close on him. If he'd had picked a corner, Ronnie wouldn't have had a chance on it. But he stood his ground and made himself as big as possible, and just let that puck hit him.
Sailor Wilson touched that puck for the Outlaws, and the Winterhawks charged with icing, so they'll move the faceoff back into Winterhawk territory. Outlaws getting off to a quick start here. Doug, a couple of good chances in close. And that shot from Pelche that Huber had to handle in the Winterhawks cage had a little bit of hot sauce on it as well.
You bet. We're going to look for a lot of shots like this game.
Off the draw, there's Brian Airhurst ringing around the near boards, cut off there by Murray for the Outlaws, working his way deep into the corner. Richard Zoll colliding there with Airhurst. Derek Bell had it, tried to center it. Kevin Sopp for the Winterhawks, knocking it into the corner. Bell and Sopp battling behind the Winterhawk cage. The puck squirts loose. Sopp has it. Gets it to Andrea along the boards. Wilson tried to cut in from the point and keep it in. Managed to do so. Sopp will try it again along the boards, checking very close. A lot of bodies in there and the puck in their skates. And I think we finally will get a whistle there. It's going to be a lot of action along the boards too, Doug.
Longhorn are definitely putting a lot of pressure on first part of this game. They want to jump on there and get that first goal. And if they can do that, it's going to help them, keep their momentum going for the rest of the game.
You see Airhurst back on defense for the Winterhawks. He missed game 2. In the first game, he took a shot right on the ankle.
Right on that bone, just below the ankle. I know the one. I've had it myself, and he was limping around pretty good. It was swollen up pretty bad. They're real happy to have him back for this game because it's nice to have that veteran defenseman back there. Robbie
Devine and Shane Gilliatt in the face-off circle once again. The puck into Kevin Sopp. He pops it around the far boards. That's Mark Henderson. Head to Devine, rolls off his stick. Wilson there for the Outlaws. His pass is loose at center. Sopp pops it over the line. Here's Henderson, low shot. Another pad save as Huber's been sharp on the 2 opportunities he's been called upon to make saves for the Outlaws. Eric Lee hops over the Winterhawk line. The puck along the near boards. Airhurst there for the Winterhawks. Rings it around, gets past Lee, but there's Jeff Gare at the point. Gare's shot, that right onto LeBlanc's chest, and he'll hang on. I'm pretty impressed with the Outlaws forechecking. On that occasion, they had the Winterhawks send it all the way around the boards, and Gary got a pretty good shot away from the left point.
Yeah, and the forechecking, Mark Henderson hadn't got back yet to pick up his point spot on the boards over there, so when the puck came around, there was nobody there but the Longhorn Outlaw.
And that's Dave Hornsby, set to drop the puck in between the Winterhawks in white and the Longhorn in red. We're just underway here, first half, scoreless. That's Mark Broschek for the Outlaws, pops it along the boards. Gilliatt couldn't catch up with it. Henderson has it for the Winterhawks now. Tried to go cross ice, pass intercepted by Paul Timmons. Timmons misses Gilliatt. He chases it to the corner there against Mike Sadler. Sadler banks it along the boards. Lee tried to glove the puck down. Lee now battling with Henderson. Looks like Sadler had his stick tied up. Oh, chance in front for Lee. He's on the backhand. Nice little shot and kick to the corner, actually off the stick there of LeBlanc as Lee circled in front there at a dangerous spot.
But both defensemen had their forwards tied up. I know Mike Sadler had his Eric Lee all tied up. He wasn't able to pick any rebound out when the shot went on Ronnie LeBlanc in the net.
Winterhawks charged with icing once again, Doug. Fired that puck the length of the ice, takes some of the pressure off the hustling, rustling Outlaws. Off to a good start. still scoreless. Winterhawks got up, as we mentioned in the pregame, about, I think it was 4-1 in the first game before the Outlaws came back to make it 4-3. In the second game, the Outlaws had that 2-0 lead, and boy, I think they'd like to get that again tonight and try it all over again.
Well, I know if they do, they won't give that. They won't let up like they did the last game, because it only takes a couple of minutes to let up a bit, and the Winterhawks can score on you. And if they get up tonight, they're not going to give up at all.
LeBlanc was doing some creative stick work at the side of the net, nearly lost it there, but Sadler now for the Winterhawks turns, banks it along the boards. Ducharme, he couldn't clear it out. Hannon has it at the point. To Timmins, back to Hannon, low shot. Wow, that went off Richard Zoll and just ricocheted wide of the net. That's Rothram. Centered in front, Hannon scores! Nice little setup.
It looked like Mike Rothram brought that from behind the net, laid it right out to Daryl Hannon, and Hannon picked it far side on Ronnie LeBlanc, and unfortunately Ronnie wasn't able to get over there in time, and it looks like it's a 1-0 score for the Longhorn Outlaws.
There, they cut the puck in along the boards, worked it in behind the net. Rothram spotted Hannon right in the crease there. Bingo! Longhorn Outlaws lead 1-0, 16:31 to go here, first half. Jeff Gare for the Outlaws, head to Rothram. It's knocked off his stick by Airhurst. Gare cleared it in. The Outlaws had to stay at the blue line or they'd have been offside. It's along the near boards. Another big pileup of players there as goes to the corner. Ooh, centered in front. Hannon nearly had another chance as Rothram set him up once again in the slot. Just rolled off the heel of his stick. Andrea has it now for the Winterhawks. Head here to Stroutman. Stroutman stepping over the Outlaws line. Shot. Whoa, blocker saved by Hannon, and that one was labeled for the top corner.
It was. Stretch isn't as fast as he used to be, but he's still got a good shot.
Oh, here's a chance for Rothram now. In alone, Rothram shoots. Pad saved by LeBlanc. He stacked the pads on the near side very quickly.
Good save by Ronnie. He was waiting for him to come in there. He wasn't going to give him anything.
That's Hannon and Rothram of the Outlaws working in the Winterhawk corner. Puck to Stroutman along the boards. He popped it past Jeff Gare. There's Bob Andrea racing for the puck against Taylor Wilson. Cleared out over the line. Devine has to wait for Andrea to get onside. Stick handling. Devine getting in close. Stick handling right to the side of the net. There's a chance by Mark Henderson. Nice bit of stick work there by Robbie Devine.
Yeah, Robbie was going along that blue line just waiting for Bob Andrea to get out. And I wasn't quite sure he got out, but I guess the linesman thought it was close enough that he wasn't going to worry about it.
Made a couple of sweet moves around some defenders and got the puck right in on goal.
He's a great little stick-hander, Robbie Devine.
He had a great season for the Winterhawks and been very good here in the playoffs as well. In behind the net, there's Henderson, Colin Power now. His centering pass is picked off by Shane Gilliatt. Gilliatt this side to Glenn Murray. Murray, a hard skater, a little backhand shot that LeBlanc will hang on to. That was speed down the wing by Glenn Murray.
Yeah, good 2-on-2 there. Both defensemen, Ryan Airhurst took, I think it was Zoll? No, Gilliatt. Mm-hmm. And Sop stayed with with Murray, Glenn Murray, and just took him right out of the play. Give him the backhand, but it was from a bad angle. He wouldn't have to worry about anything there.
Stop with the puck for the Winterhawks. It's cleared in the neutral zone. Oh, Henderson nearly got loose. Timmins gaining control of that loose puck for the Outlaws. Derek Bell, he collides with Airhurst. They both fall to the ice. Timmins tried to center it. Comes back to the right point. Gilliatt elects to wrap it deep into the corner. Murray in there against Sop. Puck loose to Brian Airhurst. Airhurst to the Winterhawks. Pass off the boards that Colin Power had trouble corralling. Sent it right back to his goaltender. Unfortunately, Sop is there for the Winterhawks again. Anderson now gets the puck to Power. Back to Henderson. He's got Troy Welsh at the outlaw line. Welsh working the puck deep into the corner. Centered it in front. Knocked down by Glenn Murray. Murray pass on this side goes in behind Gilliatt. Sadler in the neutral zone goes cross ice to Airhurst. Big high slap shot that Paul Huber gloves. Leaves at the side of the Outlaws net there for Paul Timmins. His pass goes the length of the ice. He's missed Gilliatt with it. It went right on LeBlanc though, so there's no icing on the play. Airhurst turning. Gets it to Louis Daigneault. Pass in behind Rob Devine. That's going to go into Huber, and they're checking pretty close, Doug, and the passes don't seem to be clicking too well for either team.
Well, they're watching each other very closely out there, and they're not going to get any easy breakaways or any good plays because they're covering each other quite closely right now.
Back in the corner, Blair Duffy for the Outlaws. Ooh, centered in front. Here's a chance. Richard Zoll, shot, rebound. Jeff Gare in off the point.
Great save by Ryan LeBlanc on Richard Zoll.
Now here's Eric Lee in the corner. Oh, Lee going to cut right in front. Backhand. Right in. Scored. Lee on the backhand. It went off the long stick.
Stuck in behind his first legs. Everybody had the front of the net covered, but Eric Lee was able to come out from the side of that net and get that backhand shot. They're definitely showing that they want to win this game.
They've come out charging.
The fans are getting thick and furious in here right now, Jim. They're all wanting to talk to us as I go by.
Well, that's good. We got a great game, Doug. Chris Pelche for the Winterhawks, turning against the checking of Eric Lee, just scored for the Outlaws. He's back there to Colin Power. Power, an excellent puck handler, gets it to Mike Sadler. Big rink-wide pass there to Bob Andrea. Andrea's got Richard Stroutman in front of the net. If he can get him the puck to Stroutman, oh, just missed it. Stroutman was right in front.
Stretch was right there. I don't know what happened, if it was a little bit between his skate and his stick or what, but he was right in the right spot, and that puck came across. We thought he possibly was going to have a goal.
Richard Zoll for the Outlaws, a big slap shot. Puck knocked out by Sadler. That's Andrea hitting the Outlaws line, tried to slip it ahead there to Powers, broken up by the Outlaws defense, in behind the net. Power lifted Huber's stick, tried to center it, Stroutman at the side of the net. Didn't get a shot away. Here's Power. And that puck just rolled away from him, and the Outlaws will clear their zone. Well, a couple of chances there for the Winterhawks, but they fail to connect. Pelche has it for the Winterhawks. Clears it into the neutral zone. Loose puck popped over to the far boards there. Daryl Hannon for the Outlaws. Stick handling. Hannon has it knocked away by Mark Henderson. Henderson with the Winterhawks. They had a 3-on-2 break, but there is a tripping call, I believe, against Chris Pelche.
I think you're right. Seems to be the indication from Dave Crowther.
So that in behind the play, Doug. It's our first penalty of the game.
Yeah, you got to stay away from those. They were breaking out 2-on-1, and would have been nice for them to have gotten that shot away. But when you take that penalty, you nullify that.
So the Outlaws, with a 2-0 lead, have a man advantage here for the next couple of minutes with Pelche in the penalty box. Daryl Hannon gets it to Richard Zoll. He works his way deep into the corner. Zoll going in behind the net. Zoll still with the puck as he circled the wagons. Zoll has the puck once again. Tried to get it into Rothstrom. Popped it in front. Ooh, good play by Kevin Sopp. Can't quite clear it out, though. It's kept in there by Broshek. Broshek's shot is wide of the net. Comes along the near boards. Troy Welsh pulling up for the Winterhawks. Whoa, he just kind of curled that one over the line. Now Welsh has it again with Henderson there, 2-on-2 at the Outlaws line. Drop pass to Henderson. That shot goes off Timmons' pad. Ooh, shot from a tough angle by Welsh there.
Couple of good shots.
Airhurst for the Winterhawks dumps it in. The Outlaws not getting well organized on this power play, Doug.
The Winterhawks are doing some good penalty killing. They've got some talent out there. They get a chance. They can easily score when they're short-handed. So you got to be careful, and you also got to set up a good game plan for the power play.
Here's Hannon now for the Outlaws, getting a chance. Shot. That's blocked by LeBlanc. Rebound swept away by Power. Tried to get it to Henderson on the far side. He bumped with Paul Timmons. Jeff Gare skating backwards in his own zone. Gets it to Timmons. Backhanded pass intended for Derek Bell. Bell catching up with it. Being watched there by Airhurst, centered in front, went off Gilliatt's skate in behind the net. Oh, here's another penalty to the Winterhawks as Glenn Murray was knocked down.
Yeah, I think Bruno Descharmes getting one, number 27, for cross-checking. Took Glenn Murray right out of the play, knocked him into the backboards, and that's going to cost him another penalty.
So Ducharme will go to the box. The indication from Dave Crowther was indeed cross-checking. Pelche still got 34 seconds remaining in his penalty, so the Outlaws will have a 2-man advantage. Got 10:48 to go here first half. Outlaws leading the Winterhawks 2-0. Outlaws, Jeff Garrett, his own line, cross ice there to Derek Bell. Puck knocked down by Airhurst. Colin Power on this side to Airhurst. Fires it right back in his own zone there to Kevin Sopp. Cleared the puck the length of the ice. Good bit of work by the penalty killers for the Winterhawks.
Good puck handling on their part. Now, if they can keep that up, they might be able to kill this long enough to get rid of the one penalty anyway.
Here's Murray at center for the Winterhawks as the penalty to Pelche is just about over. Leaves the puck for Derek Bell. Low slap shot, glove, saved by LeBlanc. LeBlanc and Murray get the sticks up at one another. Some pushing and shoving there.
I don't like to leave the goalie unattended, and Glenn Murray was standing there all alone, just hovering over top of Ronnie LeBlanc. Although Ronnie had the puck in his glove, you don't like to see somebody sitting there just waiting for it, so they try and clear him out of there. Doesn't look like we're going to get any penalties or anything. Oh, yes, we are. We're getting one here to Glenn Murray, number 35 for Longhorn Outlaws.
Yeah, we'll see that there may be an offsetting penalty there as both him and LeBlanc were swiping at one another. We'll see what they put up on the board, Doug. Just a couple of seconds in Peltier's penalty and a minute and 28 to go in the call against René Ducharme. So they haven't put anything up on the board, Doug. It looks like maybe those are offsetting penalties then to Murray and LeBlanc.
If LeBlanc was, oh yeah, okay, here we go. Kevin Sopp's going in to serve LeBlanc's penalty. Until somebody went in the box, we didn't know.
Recorder. Looks like a little bit of feistiness going on out here tonight.
Yeah, they're starting to go pretty good here. We got Eric Lee along the boards there. Colin Power cut it off for the Winterhawks, cleared it out into the neutral zone. Jeff Gare this side here to Taylor Wilson. Wilson lugs the puck to the Winterhawk line, dumps it along the right wing boards here to Duffy. A shot, the pad save. Where's the puck? I think it's in there. Here's equipment.
Brian got caught up. Brian Ayers had it caught up in his equipment there. He's still limping a bit too. I think he's still favoring that foot. I think it's hurting him quite a bit yet.
Ooh, that's a slap shot in the ankle.
You don't want to be missing those playoff games.
No. So, 9:53 to go here, first half. A minute and 5 seconds remaining in the Winterhawk penalty to Ducharme. The Outlaws still on the power play. Mike Sadler hops around the boards. Andrea there for the Winterhawks. He collides with Eric Lee. The puck to Chris Pelche. Pelche, a nice little flip pass ahead to Rob Devine. Devine's all by himself at the Winterhawk line. Drops it. Here comes Andrea. He couldn't quite catch up with it. Richard Zoll for the Outlaws. This side here to Eric Lee. He's got Dufty with him. A high bouncing puck is gloved down by Lee. Winterhawks cleared out over their line. Timmons has it. Goes across ice there to Mark Broshek. Broshek just got it over the line. I believe that Richard Zoll was a step offside. Having lots of fun with the fans up here in the rafters. It's Donnie Pashley's here from Tapleys and
yeah, sponsor, one of the sponsors.
Sponsors. This is Tapleys Cup. Don't forget that we're.
Did you bring it with you?
It is. It's here. It's polished.
It looks wonderful.
You know, that cup's been gone a couple of times from Tapleys, but it's been in there for a whole year here now, Donnie. And I think you want to try and keep it there this year, don't you?
We love keeping it. We have that special spot for it, and we want to keep it there. I hate to see it in the Longhorn, that's for sure.
Alrighty, thanks, Don Pashley. The Outlaws cleared in behind the Winterhawks net. That's Pelche. He wraps it off the glass. He's going to go the length of the ice. Just 15 seconds remaining in the Outlaws power play chance for one last rush. Hannon has the puck roll off his stick. Whoa, here comes Shane Gilliatt. Though Gilliatt on the backhand of Hannon. Whoa, just missed. Side of the net. Oh! Mike Rothram.
Boy, they're putting the pressure on them tonight. They definitely want to go to another game. Rothram's really been quite a force for them already, Jim. Excellent goal by Mike Rothram.
Hannon had a great chance in the side of the net. He took a swipe at the puck. It went under his stick and went to the far boards. And Rothram, from really the other side of the face-off circle, wired a shot high into the net. And whew, power play goal. Longhorn Outlaws leading Tapleys Winterhawks 3-0. 8:49 to go first half. Pelche turns in his own zone for the Winterhawks. Gets it to Mike Sadler. Banks it off the end boards. Pelche once again. Cross ice to Sadler. Longhorn Outlaws with one player deep and two of them hanging back with his forechecking. It's been working very well.
We got a penalty, tripping penalty coming to Gilliatt, Shane Gilliatt, on Chris Pelche. So delayed penalty. Looks like we're going to have 6 men out there with the goalie, Ronnie Blanc, got a chance to get to the bench. There's
Pelche. He collides with Jeff Garrett center, and yes, there will be a penalty here. As imagine our cameraman Colin Podgorenko might have caught Mike Rostrom in the act as he tugged the skates out from underneath Chris Pelche.
I was thinking it was Shane Gilliatt, but it's Mike Rostrom.
So with 8:15 to go, and the Winterhawks trailing in the first half here, and the Winterhawks trailing 3-0. They'll get a chance at the power play, and those shots on goal, Doug, are pretty indicative of the play.
Well, they are. Winterhawks just haven't been able to get much going tonight, whether they're lulling themselves to sleep or what it is. They just don't seem to have that jump tonight like they have. I think Colin Power and Mark Henderson played better when they were sick.
Well, the shots on goal are the Outlaws 15 and the Winterhawks only 6. The Winterhawks have the power play, and here comes Bob Andrea.
Definitely need to get a goal to get back in this game right now.
Anderson dumps it to the Outlaws cage. Huber tried to clear it. It's knocked down to the line by Kevin Sopp. He tried to put it back in behind the Outlaws net and flipped up and over the glass. So they'll move that face-off out and over the Outlaws blue line. Minute and 39. The Winterhawk power play is Colin Power at center, Troy Welsh at left wing, and Mark Henderson on the right side. They've moved Bob Andrea back to the left point, along with Kevin Sopp on the right side. It's Bell and Murray, the penalty-killing forwards, along with Taylor Wilson and Jeff Gare, the defenseman for the Outlaws. There's Sopp in behind his net, leaves the puck for Bob Andrea. Andrea played a little hockey in the Ontario Hockey League with the Belleville Bulls.
Actually had a couple of tryouts for the Chicago Blackhawks as well in his younger days. Definitely lots of talent out there. Actually on both teams. A lot of the Outlaws have played a lot of serious hockey too.
Winterhawks called on the offside. Outlaws change their penalty killing forwards. Richard Zoll and Eric Lee coming over the boards. Minute and 20 seconds remaining in the call against Mike Rothrum. Colin Power couldn't get a pass to one of his mates in front of the net. The Outlaws, Zoll banks it off the boards. LeBlanc out of his net to leave it for Colin Power. Now he just a little dump pass there to Bob Andrea. Andrea will lug the puck up ice for the Winterhawks. The far side there to Troy Welsh. Welsh cutting in from the corner. Comes in behind the net, tried to wrap around, and Huber had to be quick to get over and get his stick and pad along the right goal post. Andrea has it at the point. Cross ice there to Kevin Sopp, into Colin Power, back to Sopp. Winds up, low shot, oh, tipped by Power, just wide.
Close. Good try, good effort on the Winterhawks there.
Now Welsh from the near boards, in front, shot, well, Huber got over to Mark Henderson. Comes back to the left point again, that was a good save.
I think Henderson just, I don't know if he made a save or it just hit the back of the net. I think he missed the net, it just hit the back of the net, Jim.
Alrighty, 20 seconds remaining from the Winterhawk power play. Henderson has it against Jeff Gare. The centering pass goes off Gare, in behind the net, Devine there to lift stick. Devine had to come right back to his point, and then Mike Sadler. Sadler takes a look, he's got Ducharme in the corner in front of Devine and hops over his stick. Henderson chasing it there against Lee. Pops it past Eric Lee, Henderson into the corner. Ducharme tried to get it back to Henderson. Good defensive play as Taylor Wilson cut that one off. Couldn't clear it out though. Here's a long shot from Kevin Sopp, and Huber will hang on as the penalty to Rothman's expired, Doug.
Henderson will try and do that little give and go with Bruno, but Ducharme and he was just able to intercept that. Taylor Wilson's probably seen that play before and knew where it was going, so he was able to grab it and clear the zone.
Taylor Wilson was one of the Outlaws, I believe, that played in the All-Star game this year. They had a half dozen representatives each team. No,
Taylor Wilson didn't.
Might have been Mike.
Mike Rothrum did, and Daryl Hannon.
Certainly Jeff Gare, their captain, I know, played.
Jeff Gare played.
Here's Shane Gilliatt for the Outlaws. He dumps it in behind the Winterhawk net. LeBlanc there tried to clear it. Gilliatt cuts it off in the corner. It's right at the side of the net. Timmons fell and slid into the goal post, and as he did so, he knocked it off its moorings.
I'm not sure he fell, but I think Chris Belche helped him fall.
May have been in a little assisted fall there, but hey. Well, the referee had to blow the whistle as the net was off its moorings. 5:56 to go, first half. Longhorn Outlaws with their backs against the wall. They trail 2-0 in the best-of-5 series. Wow, they lead this hockey game 3-0. Still a long ways to go. The linesman changing the players in the face-off. Ducharme wins that draw. Puck to the far boards. Wow, Timmons fell. The puck there to Rothrum. Rothrum's low shot went wide. Bounces along the near boards. Popped over the line by the Winterhawks. Ducharme and I guess that's big Daryl Hannon for the Outlaws. Had quite a battle for it. It was cleared into Winterhawk territory. Now the Winterhawks get a chance to come out. Louis Daigneault. This side to Ducharme. I guess Daigneault and Ducharme would be the French connection, Doug. Ducharme centers away, scores! That is the French connection. Louis Daigneault.
Bruno Ducharme put that puck right on Louis Daigneault's stick, and Louis picked that top far corner beautifully. That's what they needed to get themselves back in this game. And
there's a bit of a delay here as the officials are cleaning up a broken stick down on the Winterhawk zone.
yeah,
Boy, that one
was,
is broken into many pieces.
Shane Gilliatt and Mike Sadler were down there doing it out, and I don't know whether Shane broke it over Mike or Mike smashed it in half. But it came from that little duel they were having.
There's been some pretty heavy dueling going on in front of both nets. Of course, this is non-contact, but
They still want to keep the front of that net clear.
So the Winterhawks on the scoreboard. It's the Outlaws 3 and the Winterhawks 1, 5:18 to go here in the first half. As they skirmish in Outlaw territory, that's Timmins and Troy Welsh, 7 now. Oh, they take a couple of swings at one another, and that one is gone for pushing and shoving and swinging.
We can see we're going to lose a couple of players here. The box.
I heard the whistle blow before the skirmish started.
Bruno and Bruno Ducharme and Troy Welsh and Paul Timmins.
I think I heard the whistle blow before that fracas started, and I think there was a penalty call coming up. I think it was an elbowing call, and I'm not sure against who, either Welsh or Timmins. At any rate, they dropped the gloves. We'll see what the penalties are here. But, this is when you need your radio.
Well, we'll definitely have a good view of this on the replays because the other cameraman, Drake Weber, was right there getting it all.
So Welsh and Timmins go to the penalty box.
Well, they could have double minors for roughing, or they could end up with each a 5-minute fighting penalty here, Jim. I'm not sure what he's going to give them.
Yeah, we'll let him sort it out. That's 19 Richard Stroutman for the Winterhawks, 27 is Derek Bell for the Outlaws. Is trying to figure it out with Dave Crow-Crowther. They haven't put anything up on the board yet, so they may be offsetting penalties. All is coming with 5:15 to go here in the first half.
I mean, we probably won't see it put up because they're offsetting and they're both getting the same penalty. And they're still playing 5-on-5. We won't see a penalty put up there.
So Welsh and Timmins will cool their heels. Here's Andrea for the Winterhawks. He passed to Mark Henderson. He was going the wrong direction. Had to get it back to Andrea. Tried to get it to Colin Power. He runs into Troy Wilson at the Outlaws line. They've got the sticks up at one another. Puck cleared the length of the ice. Ducharme, or pardon me, LeBlanc out of the net to play it for the Winterhawks. Cleared to center ice. Here's Power now. Tried to get it across ice. It's knocked down by the Outlaws. Richard Zoll in his own zone. Tried to bank it off the board. Stroutman has it for the Winterhawks. Stroutman shot. That's off a stick. Bounces in behind the net. Chased to the far corner there by Henderson. Dumps it in behind the Outlaws goal. Wilson, this side here to Murray. Clears the puck over the line. Jeff Gare there against Henderson. They collide along the boards. Yeah. Bodies starting to fly, Doug.
Yeah, we're starting to get a little more action in here right now, Jim. Boys are getting taking offense to this little bouncing and pushing, and I think it could be a little rougher yet before the game's over.
Murray cleared it in for the Outlaws and rushed to the bench for a line change, but as LeBlanc held on to that puck, we'll get another stoppage in play. 4:09 to go first half. The Outlaws and goals by Daryl Hannon, Eric Lee, and Mike Rothstrom. Leading the Winterhawks 3-1. Louis Daigneault, the goal scorer for the Winterhawks. It'll be Shane Gilliatt for the Outlaws, number 5 against number 14 of the Winterhawks, Rob Devine. The face-off to the right of LeBlanc. Devine wins that one. Chris Pelche has it for the Winterhawks. To Ducharme along the boards, had to pull up. Centering pass picked off there by Jeff Gare. Gare's a great skater. He's going forwards and backwards. Spun around, fired it into the Winterhawk zone. No icing on the play. Daigneault popped it into the corner there for Sadler. Around the near boards there. Hannon colliding with Ducharme. Devine trying to clear the puck. It's in skates now. Here comes Ducharme for the Winterhawks. Gets it over to Louis Daigneault. Daigneault hard slap shot. Big rebound off the pads. Gobbled up by the Outlaws and cleared out into the neutral zone. Pelche dumps it over the Outlaws line broken up there by Jeff Gare. Gets it to Rostrom. Head there to Gilliatt. They shot that LeBlanc had up, and the trapper, and I think it just went off the heel of his trapper there and had to cover up.
Yeah, you want to jump on those right away because the Longhorn Outlaws are coming right at that net. You don't want to leave any loose pucks laying around there for those guys. So he's making sure he gets them covered up.
.3:22 to go here, first half. And the shots on goal, Doug, 17-10 in favor of the Longhorn Outlaws. So the Winterhawks
have come back a little bit. They were certainly the first part of that first period were being outplayed quite badly, but they seem to be getting back into the game a bit now.
Winterhawks about to take that face-off with only 4 skaters, so they need you on the bench tonight, Doug, to count heads.
I thought most of them guys were pretty well educated to count that far.
And, of course, Doug was behind the Winterhawk bench for the first couple of games. You were handling the defensemen, Doug?
Yeah, looking after the defensive core for them. Being an old ex-Winterhawk, you sort of have those ties yet.
Well, Eric Lee with a spinning chance in front, just fired wide of the net. The Winterhawks' Andrea banks it off the boards, going to roll all the way into Paul Huber. Leaves it for the Outlaws team captain, Jeff Gare. Gare banks it along the boards, cut off by Sop, up and over the glass. Another stoppage in play.
But mind you, once you take your coaching hat off, you put on your broadcaster hat, you've got to be a little bit more unbiased.
You have to be unbiased indeed. The IRA game of the week here on Whistler Cable 6. We should also mention Sports Stop Instant Replay and Food Plus Scoreboard, Whistler Brewing and Mondo Pizza, our sponsors.
And I think we'll probably be getting our pizza brought down like we do for every game. And that's always a nice treat.
Sop now for the Winterhawks. Head to Henderson, try to get it to Welsh as Welsh and Timmons have served their time in the sin bin. Here come the Outlaws as Sop knocked it off Eric Lee's stick and almost came back to Lee. At any rate, the puck into the corner. Andrea there against Blair Dufty. As they tie it up in their skates, we'll get another stoppage in play. A couple other people we should mention that are major sponsors of Whistler. 1 Hour Photo will provide the tape. And let's not forget Whistler Cable 6.
That's right. And we've got both our other sponsors out, the Longhorn Outlaws. Their sponsor, Dick Gibbons, is out to watch the game tonight, and Don Pashley from the Tapleys Pub here to watch his team. He's the manager there. And I think he brought the cup down with him, as he was saying. So all shined up.
In case.
Possibly it could be given out tonight. Possibly not.
The Longhorn Outlaws would surely like to have another game. There's a puck off a face-off and some skates that Power gobbled up for the Winterhawks. Got it on the right wing to Henderson. Henderson winds up, slap shot. That's off of Huber's glove, but in behind the net. Andrea there against Timmons. The puck bounces as Henderson jumps in there. Andrea tried to cut in front of the net. Knocked off his stick. Derek Bell now for the Outlaws has got Glenn Murray. Murray with a good head of speed. Can't get around Troy Welsh as he got tackled there, but no penalty call.
Actually, Murray just sort of went down underneath him, and Troy Welsh just sort of landed on top of him. It wasn't really that he knocked him down and took him out of the play.
That's the way referee Dave Crow Crowler saw it as well. There's no penalty call. 2:09 to go, first half.
Probably thought that was the same.
Gilliatt and Devine. The puck popped between them. Oh, Gilliatt got a shot right on goal. Not much on it though, and LeBlanc got the stick on it. Winterhawks just loft that puck high. And out of their zone, rolls into Outlaw territory. Paul Timmons turning in the corner. Ooh, dangerous pass right in front of the net. Mike Broshek couldn't get loose. Ducharme in the corner for the Winterhawks as Timmons fell. Ducharme stick handling along the boards. Back to Sadler. His shot goes well wide of the net. Devine there gets it to Chris Pelche. Pelche's shot just tipped wide and into the corner where Ducharme has it for the Winterhawks. Takes a look out in front, centered across, nobody there. The puck will roll out over the blue line. Pelche dumps it back to his goaltender. Whoa, LeBlanc takes a look up the middle, gets it to Devine. To Daniel. It's great when you have a goaltender can handle the puck like LeBlanc.
You bet. Gotta have those goalies that can move that puck around nowadays.
Daniel from the corner tried to center that off a stick, but dangerous Devine right in front. Now here's Glenn Murray for the Outlaws. Far side there to Derek Bell, ahead to Shane Gilliatt. The pass gets past him, rolls into LeBlanc. Just a minute to go here in the first half. As Chris Pelche turns for the Winterhawks. Devine had trouble corralling that puck, knocked down by Timmons. Gets it to Daryl Hannon. Mike Rothstrom, Hannon now, tried to get it to Rothman in the slot area, knocked away from him. Mike Sadler, Mark Henderson of the Winterhawks, steps over that outlaw line, works his way deep into the corner. Henderson trying to cut in front. Henderson shoots, scores! Henderson, what a job.
Beautiful goal by Henderson, but good work by Mike Sadler as well. He went right to the front of that net, took their player, had to take him, and it was enabled Mark Henderson to come right out from that corner, right around. The goalie could be moved back.
Asking one another if they saw anyone interfering with Paul Huber, the Outlaws goaltender.
Well, and I don't know if I would say there was interfering, but Mike Sadler was down there, and their defenseman was holding him in there as much as he was trying to be there. So I don't know as if they would call that, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see, Jim.
Well, yes, they're going to call the goal, yeah. That's got the Bluebirds going. It does.
Well, I can see some of the fans aren't happy with the call, but you got to admit, Crowther took both linesmen aside and asked their opinions to see what they saw, and obviously they felt that it was a goal.
They had a great effort by Mark Henderson as he cut off the boards and managed to keep control of the puck. But as you can hear, some of the fans are a little heated at Dave Crowther. Tough time for a goal, too. Just 30 seconds remaining in the half. It's the Longhorn Outlaws 3, Winterhawks 2. It's always a bit of a deflator, Doug, to get scored on the last minute.
It is.
Makes that wait in the dressing room.
In a close game when you've been up 3-0 and then gets 3-2 just going into the first period. You don't feel quite as enthusiastic as you had earlier. It's going to take a lot of good, hard work on their part to get back in the game.
Oh, Henderson tried to clear out that puck. It's picked off by the Outlaws. Cannon shot. The block didn't know where it was. Hit him in the pad, and he just hooked the big trapper out and covered it up.
Longhorn almost made it 4-2 going into that period, so obviously they haven't gotten down on themselves yet, which is good, because you don't want to, once you do that, you can just give the game away. And
another good burst to do that. Good burst of forechecking once again by the Outlaws. So 11 seconds to go. Face off there. Henderson knocks it over the blue line. And behind the play there, Sadler and Bell were wrestling in front of the Winterhawk net. Here comes Richard Zoll. He steps over the line, but Bell still hadn't cleared the zone. Anyway, the buzzer goes. Yeah, the teams will head to the dressing room. The Longhorn Outlaws leading 3-2. The shots on goal, 19-12 in favor of the Outlaws. Almost two different halves there as the Outlaws took a 3-0 lead, and then the Winterhawks came back with a couple of goals. That one with 36 seconds to go was a tough one.
Well, like I said, the first part of that period went to the Outlaws. They definitely outplayed the Winterhawks. Winterhawks, I think maybe they thought they were going to just take it cakewalk, but Longhorn Outlaws weren't about to give up. They jumped up ahead with 3 quick goals, and Winterhawks now realize they're in a game. They've come back, they've picked up 2 goals, and it's a game again. So the second period's going to be a close one.
It's going to be fun, so stay with us. We'll be right back here on Whistler Cable 6.